Alright guys, welcome to the second game of the top 4 at the Covenant store in Tulsa. This is the Star Wars X-Wing Store Championships. I am Steven.
And I'm Zach.
And we have James Hobbs on the right, John Cleaves on the left, both from Kansas City. Is that right, Zach?
Yes.
I believe they were.
Yes-ish. They're from north.
From north
They're
of us.
From the north.
I believe from the same meta, and both running very similar lists, but running them very differently. We have both sides running Corran Horn and the Millennium Falcon. However, James is going with a little bit more consistent Falcon. He's got Gunner on there, also has Determination, an extra little point there to spin. And his Corran Horn going Push the Limit, Fire Control, and R2-D2. As compared to John, whose Corran is going Fire Control System, which both have, Shield Upgrade, R2-D2, Veteran Instincts. So it's a bit more of a tough Corran Horn, and sacrificing that Push the Limit off of there for a bit higher pilot skill and a bit more survivability. Actually, quite a bit more survivability if that Shield Upgrade R2-D2 gets rolling. And then his Han Solo, Veteran Instincts, Engine Upgrade, and C-3PO. So two different looks at a more or less similar list, and we'll see who's going to win this mirror match. Who do you think, Zach? Who's got the advantage here?
It's pretty close. Down the line, I think I really like Gunner on the Han Solo because because there's only two ships on either side of the field. Han's gonna take a while to remove from the board either way, and so he's gonna get a lot of shots with Gunner and Han's ability. I think he's gonna be able to do a lot of damage. I also really like Push the Limit on Corran Horn because it's not the extra shield. Basically, they're exchanging on the left shield upgrade for Push the Limit. Push the Limit's going to give you stress, obviously, but you're also going to be able to take an evade action on top of a focus, so it gives you a little more versatility. I think the left list is a little more defensive, the right list is a little more offensive, and it's really just kind of a pick your poison. I'm an offensive kind of guy, so I'm going to pick the get it done, blow up the other ships as fast as possible.
I've always said you were a pretty offensive guy, Zach.
Yeah,
James,
my middle name.
Both James and John making it to the top 4, so both lists having exceptional merit. And now the mirror match is going to decide who goes to the finals and faces off with basically the end game here to see who's going to be the champion of our store championship. And both players strafing the side of the board here. Very similar. Looks like James's Corran is facing inward a little bit. Could be making a move here. And we're going to see if John's going to mirror that and maybe throw some arcs that direction.
He's mirroring.
And there he goes.
You do notice that one Corran is on the outside, one's on the inside. And the defensive, the more beefy, harder to kill Corran is on the inside because I think he actually wants to soak up a little damage, get away from the fight, recover shields, be a distraction for Han. And I think it's important to talk about Corran Horn and why this meta was right just before Wave 6 hit and Scum was released. And why Corran Horn, even now, I think, is a really legitimate option in the metagame, and it's that double attack.
It's the double attack.
I think it's really fantastic against two of the biggest threats in the game right now, which is the Phantom. Being able to attack twice in the same turn really limits how good its abilities and its action economy are. And then on the same page, basically any big ship, any turret with a 360, so we're looking at Han, YT-2400, Decimator, getting two shots in the same turn at a close range on a ship that, like Han, very typically, Fat Han, which we don't necessarily see here, C-3PO and R2 on a Han, is really hard to get through. Once you get the shields gone, you have to basically be able to do more than 3 damage to not just waste a turn.
Yeah.
So that double shot with Corran is rather important. So I'm not exactly surprised to see these guys in the finals, but during the tournament, seeing 2 Corran lists in the top 4 was kind of mind-blowing because it's something I hadn't really ever seen before.
I understand there was some Corran Horn presence at Worlds as well, so this is a ship that's been kind of sleeping a little bit. Players have been onto it and hip to it, but now we're actually finally seeing it make it to these top echelons of the competition. And certainly James's Corran with Push the Limit, speaks to what you're talking about, being able to deliver that more or less knockout punch to a ship like Fat Han or the Phantom. First attack kind of gets, eaten by a lot of those actions that those ships take. But then that second attack, now maybe with a focus and a few other things, certainly with fire control, having a target lock as well, there's just a lot of madness that Corran can do on that in-phase attack. And both players run an R2-D2, making it very easy for Corran to get away after making his double attack and recover his shield for his trouble. So just really making all the synergies happen here. And John's pushing the envelope here really moving to the middle of the board, and James still on the outside. Not sure if he's going to make his move, but looks in good position here. John's in a great spot to start the fireworks. Where will they go?
It's really interesting, especially when you have C-3PO and the fact that Falcon took an evade. Corran, if you're only going to shoot once with Corran here, I don't think you shoot the Falcon. Typically, that would be the target because he's only rolling 1 defense die. But it's going to be really hard to punch through.
Yeah. It's no good. And Corran not really lighting the world on fire. 3 attack is 3 attack. He's not like Phantom with 4.
Yeah, but you do want to trigger that fire control system.
Yes, you
to
do.
Get the target lock train a-going.
Train a-going.
Yeah. Looks like we have Han here taking a target lock on Corran. Han not having fire control system. If Han had the systems upgrade, I would punch someone.
I'll tell you what, John, his veteran instincts are doing some serious work here.
Yeah.
Just exactly why you run those 2 upgrades, this kind of a matchup, really putting him ahead. He's got all the pilot skill here.
Looks like he rolled 1 evade, spent his evade token for the 2 hits. Gonna escape clean there.
And no first blood yet.
Fires have been shot, but no one's been scolded.
Corran Horn rolling some dice and just getting some whiff-tastic results there.
Yeah, which is fine. He gets his target lock. Won't be using his second attack, but Han's gonna be returning some fire here.
Let's see if James can do a little better. Going after Corran here. Looks like he gets 1 crit. He's going to pick him up with Han and re-roll.
2 hits. And this is a rough situation to be in with the Falcon. Now Corran can recover shields. Looks like he evades
2 evades.
both.
Boom.
Going to trigger Gunner. Means we get another one.
And 1 crit. Going to pick it up.
All right, 1 hit.
Just a hit.
Not doing too much there. Ooh,
hey,
blankies.
There you go. We'll get through there. 1 shield down.
Yeah, but with R2-D2, that's going to be not as relevant as you want it to be.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to maintain relevance on that for sure.
It's a laser beam.
I love those things, Zach.
They're very handy if you want to accurately know things that are very hard to just tell.
Does seem to be a critical piece of X-Wing. Definitely helps. All right, and we got a final shot here. 3 hits.
That's what you want.
And let's see if...
2 evades.
2 evades. So 1 more to Mr. Horn.
Mr. Horn.
So we've done it. 2 shields down. I mean, you can't deny...
All right,
can't deny that turn.
You have a target lock. Do you trigger Corran here?
I'm a wild man. So... Yes. But no. I mean, no. The conflict is just beginning.
No. But think about this. He's down 2 shields. You have a target lock.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, and he's got no actions.
And you're going to be going forward with a green anyway to recover your shield that you didn't lose.
I like that, yeah. I actually like that. Okay.
I don't know. You just got to kind of choose. But he doesn't have any tokens right now.
Yeah, he's doing it. There he goes.
Boom.
Yeah, and that's why you do that right there. That looks real good. And
3
evades.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. What? That to me, that may be...
That is madness.
That's man, so huge.
Yep.
I love this game, man. Dang.
That is madness. Yeah, I think it's tough math there. I mean, it's the kind of thing where if your opponent just rolls blanks there,
they lose.
You just win the game. Like you literally just won the game. So I think it's worth taking a shot.
Yeah, James did the right. I think that's appropriate. And I wasn't convinced until you spelled it out for me.
Until it was there. Now, from a high level here, if you're going into this match, doesn't matter what your list is, but if you're facing Han, Corran Horn, similar setups here, which ship do you want to kill first?
It's the classic 2-ship conundrum.
I don't think it's the right choice, by the way. I'm not trying to trick you. I'm curious.
Oh, look at that. That's actually going to work out very well for James there. Getting that Corran locked in. And I think he's got Arc on the Falcon there. Yeah, it looks like he's got it.
Yeah, he'll have Arc on Falcon, and he won't be able to be shot by that Corran, which is nice. So this will be interesting.
Well, that John's Corran can't even, or James's Corran can't even shoot. He took the double last turn. Remember? He took the double tap.
Oh man,
so
their ships are on the wrong side of the board.
Yeah, absolutely. They did the old strafe. They did the classic X-Wing commentary strafe.
They're really just trying to confuse us.
The one with the stress token is pretty much always going to be the one that is James's. So keep that in mind.
With
That's
BTL,
push the limit. That's for you guys out there watching too.
All right, I got it.
There's looks like 3 hits, 2 crits, and a normal. And we've got one evade from the Falcon.
Gonna go ahead and spend that token. And this is where a lack of gunner is a bummer.
Yeah, not from the Falcon. I'm sorry. Taking a look now with
range
James's
1.
Falcon, range 1.
Man, this could get ugly quick.
1 extra dice. Makes all the difference, doesn't it? It's crazy how that works. Oh, baby. Nothing but hits. And 1 evade from the Falcon.
Yep. He's going to spend his token and taking some shields.
That's beautiful. Truly beautiful. So now we've evened it up a little bit here.
A little bit. Corran, old weak Corran over here.
Well, James's Corran's going to take a shot here. Han. Picks him up with Gunner. There's a lot of pointing and measuring. These guys are friends. It makes it very difficult for us here at home.
Point.
You're measuring
Laugh at
for
the cameraman.
measuring for the opponent and those kinds of things. Here's some more.
Rolling again.
We got 3 hits.
I think that middle one's a focus.
Yeah, it looks awful eyebally.
That's a blanks.
We know what those look like, Zach.
Those look like blankies.
Those are all blanks.
I'm going to start calling them blankies, by the way.
Just in general or only in commentary?
Both.
All right, I appreciate that.
All right, so we have Corran down to 1.
John's Corran is built for this, though. I mean, this is what he came in to do. Imagine if he didn't have that shield upgrade. Can you imagine?
Well, he would have had pushed the limit and then had an evade.
Well, I don't know about that.
Just putting that out there.
I don't know about that. There's 1 hit coming from John.
2 ways to slice a cat. All right, that's at least 3 hits. I think it's 3 hits in a blank. Rolling a blank. Here goes some shields.
Yeah, see you later. So you asked me earlier, which ship do you go for? And it seems like we've got 2 philosophies on that.
We have 2 different philosophies, so we'll see who comes out on top.
Yeah, it seems like we've got John going for Han here, and James going for Corran. Kind of presented itself, though, you know. There's not really an answer. It's where your odds, I think. Both these ships are equally as potent and annoying in the end game.
Yeah, I was going to say that they're both... That's what makes this list so strong, I think, is that if you get down to either ship, and they're down to 1 on, like, 1 and 2, or 1 versus 1, if they're pretty healthy, it's really hard to beat either of these ships one-on-one.
Yes.
So, really, it's just who can kill a ship faster. Then the odds get severely stacked in their favor.
There goes Corran. He's moving in, and we're going to see. I think he's got a collision here. Yes, we do. We do have a collision.
Bumping ain't easy.
And then we'll move it over to John here. Veteran instincts, just giving him those final moves and the first shots. Exceptionally important. Keep an eye on Corran Horn here. He's going to be recovering shields like crazy, both of them. Particularly John's one to keep an eye on because he's in critical condition right now, but kind of slowly starting to build up. Gains a shield here in this movement phase.
If we're like this, right?
And now talking about the size of the fish.
It was this big.
I swear it was this big.
Okay, I agree. Good speech.
Classic.
It's a classic X-Wing joke. We'll be making that joke many times over the next few years.
We'll be here for every game, ladies and gentlemen. I think they're trying to figure out what 2 points on those Falcons are closest based on the position of the bases. And it's crazy what a couple millimeters will do.
It's true. But we have a laser. And so all the guesswork is done.
I don't know. Well, the laser won't tell you which corner is closer.
Maybe you've got the wrong laser.
That would be a very impressive laser if it could measure things.
All right, guys, quit talking. We need to move. Let's go.
Quit talking.
All right.
Play some X-Wing.
Takes an evade.
Surprising, really.
Focus over there.
That's a big choice, actually. He's going for it.
2 hits. That is John's Han here attacking.
Oh, he re-rolled?
I think he got ambitious there.
Yeah, and he spent his focus to make it 2 hits. One's going to get evaded, so we'll take 1. Looks like a shield.
1 shield to Corran.
Was it Corran?
Yep.
Yep.
I believe that's range 2 through the. I know it's through the rock.
And then looks like
I
James.
can't believe he spent that focus. I mean, the focus isn't going to do anything on defense for you, so it is what it is. But
John's Corran didn't get a shot here either. He bumped that Falcon.
that is correct.
So that's a problem. I mean, I guess James's Corran doesn't get a shot either. And so
Because
this
he's
is
staring at rocks.
Falcon on Falcon here.
We'll see who the real Han Solo is.
2 hits. Taking 1 evade.
Where's your focus at? Come on.
Yeah, well, he's got the evade token. No, the other guy's got the evade token. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Boom.
All right, another round.
Corran Horn taking a move here.
I like that paint job.
Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it? Makes him look kind of cloaky.
It makes him
Like
look a
he's
little
serious.
more thuggy. Yeah.
Thug life.
Like,
Corran Horn thugging around. Recovering a shield there with RTD2. Man, the more I see this, I've been running Corran without RTD2, and I think that's
you
wrong.
think you're just making a mistake?
Yeah, that may well just be incorrect.
And I mean, who doesn't like R2D2?
I can't. Yeah, there's no reason. There's no reason to not run R2.
Even in the prequels, he didn't have any bad lines.
Yeah, it's true. Look at that barrel roll. Barrel roll is beautiful. We push the limit for an evade. And then Han Solo over here on James's side is going to move. And there he goes. Look at these big old ships just meandering around in space. Trying to maybe not give Corran a good move here. He's going to have a hard time getting in the action here. John Blue Corran is what we'll call him.
Blue Horn.
Where is Blue Corran going?
Yeah, it's really good position by the Falcon because
Yeah,
it's
man,
just
look
going
at
to be
that.
more bumping.
Boom, more bumping. But hey, a green maneuver nonetheless, so we'll take a shield.
I think sometimes in X-Wing, a lot of times really, the best option can be just getting out of dodge, repositioning, getting back facing the right direction. Because that Falcon's not going to move more than a 1 turn or one forward.
They're just going to float around. They're just wailing around. And that's whenever I'm flying Corran, certainly I notice that is that a lot of times you kind of front load your economy as it is. You take your shots, lay out some people, get some real damage in, and then you have to kind of re-maneuver because you have these stress tokens because you just push the limit and now you can't K-turn back around, so you're kind of twirling a bit. And we see both the ships doing that. Looks like we got a damage coming through here. Yeah, Falcon to Falcon.
Boom. Yeah, and I think that's what makes R2 on Corran so good, is because he does like to get out of dodge. Hitting a crit there, but he gets out of dodge and can just kind of green maneuver around until he's ready to shoot you again.
Comes back in fully healed. And 1 evade over there on John's side, so I believe he'll be taking 1 depending on the
C-3PO
call. Yeah. Nope, taking none. I've been thinking about a Blue Corran tortilla joke for the past 5 minutes, and I can't find it. But I've been so distracted by that pursuit that I've sacrificed other commentary opportunities. So I apologize for that, dear listeners.
Let's see if Corran gets in the game here. I could see a K-turn happening.
I mean, Red Corran is looking good.
Red Corran's on fire, in a good way.
In a very good way. And what Blue Corran does here to get in, what's he doing here, Zach? He's just a 2. Oh, I don't think he's gonna get in there. If he gets arc here, I think
he'll fit. I just don't know if he'll have arc.
It's all about arc here. Ah, man, it's hard with that big whale in the way.
Yeah, the old beached whale.
I don't think he's gonna get it there.
Fastest hunk of junk. We'll see. I think it's close. You can't tell. That Falcon is also up on like a massive ship base.
Yes.
So it's higher than expected. So
I mean, look at this. If you want a little understanding, look at this. Man, the Z-axis at its finest here.
Beautiful.
Definitely feels like space. All right, so first shot coming from John, of course, due to veteran instincts. And
not what the doctor ordered. He's going to trigger Han. He only had 1 hit there.
And he's trying to blow up the other Falcon. Looks like one hit, but oh man, he wishes he had Gunner right now, doesn't he? So using the evade token.
You're
I'm correct.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't have Gunner.
He doesn't have Gunner.
I was like, why are you spending the evade token? It's like, oh yeah, you don't get to shoot again, bruh. Looks like Corran's taking a shot, range 1. Looks like he had arc.
He must have. I trust these guys. They're in the finals here. Spending the focus token to make some hits. And we're going to definitely get some damage on Han here. Looks like 2 or 3.
3. It was 3.
Let's see what the judges say.
3.
There's 3 damage.
Woo!
That's a nice Corran shot. Now he could potentially come back in here with the in phase.
Yeah, because he's got a focus and a target lock. That could be real bad for James here.
Did he spin that focus? I think he spun that focus. They might correct that.
Oh, there he goes. Oh, okay, I was going to say, with a focus, that's just bizarre odds for a very damaged Falcon.
That was a quick shuffle of the focus there, John. Whoop.
Whoopsie doodle.
Out of here.
All right, it's time for old Red Falcon to return the favor.
Yeah, James, man, so he's got a shot on Corran and Han, and I don't know that there's a good option.
It's Corran, man.
You think it's Corran?
You got it. I mean, you need 3 damage.
Yeah, you're right.
To get rid of him.
You're totally right. He's got no actions. You're totally right.
You range 1 with Han and Gunner. 2 hits.
There's 2 hits, and he's gonna take him
back. Try to
back.
go for it.
And 2 hits.
2 hits. I think one's a crit. It won't really matter.
Dying to
Where's
use
the
the
focus at? You know what I mean?
Dying to spin him. No, he shot the Falcon, man.
You're a wild man.
He shot the Falcon.
He's tired of the shields getting healed.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe Corran is just a grand demoralizer, but he runs Corran on his other side, so he knows.
This is what's curious, though. Is that now Corran's going to get shot on Corran, which is as confusing as it can get. And if you'd shot with a Falcon there,
potentially shields are down
you can get 3 shots this turn to do 3 damage.
I like that, Zach. What's James thinking? James, what are you thinking? Let us know.
Please do. I'd love to get your thoughts in the comments.
First, we're rolling some attacks here. This is in-phase Corran here.
Wow.
He's trying to take out that Falcon, man.
And he's going to get real close.
I think Corran didn't have a shot. I think Red Corran didn't have a shot there.
Okay.
They measured. And so in-phase Corran here is leaving the Falcon with 1 damage remaining. Definitely has a crit as well.
That Falcon. This is crazy.
Yeah, we're back to dials. Man, Corran missing that shot there is huge. So we know what James was thinking. You know, Falcon maybe knocks 1 shield off, maybe 2. Corran heals it.
Yeah.
Accomplishes nothing. It's like these guys are in the top 4 for a reason.
And I will say that Corran with push the limit in R2 is, even if the Falcon goes down here, is going to be very difficult to deal with. Getting as far away as possible, going to take the evade action. Trying to stay alive. He's using the, trying to get rid of his crit, actually.
Looks like he did not do that.
Unsuccessful. Green, going to recover a shield. Bump. And ideally, he's got a shot on the Falcon. Still.
Ideally, man, but I think we're going to have to get that laser out. Because it doesn't look good to me. Actually, it looks pretty good. What do you think? I don't know. What do you think? I'm trying to draw on the screen here.
It's really hard to tell from this angle.
I need my John Madden pin.
We need like 6 of those.
1 for each hand.
Yep. We'll leave it there.
we'll let the viewers digest that one there. All right, here comes the move, an important move, because we need to know if this is going to bump or not. It looks like it's clear.
It won't bump. 1 turn.
Classic math there, isn't it?
Yeah, there's... that's funny.
Oh,
you
no.
Just did. Yeah. That's classic, too. It's like you get the ship you're moving into place, and it's like, all right, let's move the templates. Oh, yeah, I need to put this guy back. But yeah, 1 turn there should easily clear, as long as that Corran was completely inside the base of the Falcon.
We have a fully loaded Corran horn here facing off against the Falcon. And look at that stare down. It's funny that little ship is just about as good
right?
as that biggin.
I don't know about just about. I think they both have their advantages, but Falcon's pretty hard to beat as far as quality of points.
I believe that's what just about means.
How... The question here is, do you shoot Corran or you shoot that 1 health Falcon over in the corner? I'm going Falcon. Ooh.
Well, with 3 hits, if you knew what was coming, I think that's going to be the end there. I don't know. Although, did he take an evade and guess correctly?
I think he had to.
He could have determination this thing out of here.
He could determination those criticals. So evade, I don't think he called it right. He's got 2 criticals and needs them both to be determinable. We'll see if he does it. This is a big moment. And it looks like he doesn't do it. Falcon's going to be gone.
Falcon's out of here.
Wow. John now seemingly way in the lead.
Yeah, this looks really good. Really good for John. I don't even know what Corran can do here to kind of make up for that.
Go Corran. Yeah, no.
You tell me.
He can blow 2 ships up.
That he could do some...
Now, he couldn't do that this turn, but, you know. I mean, he can lay into the Falcon here a lot of damage.
I mean, I think the problem that they're going to run into is that the Falcon is going to have shots forever. And Corran's going to have to take so many turns just to get back around to threaten this Falcon again, but...
I mean, if you think... He's got range 1 here with target lock and focus. No, it's range 2. Oh.
Well, it doesn't matter what he has, really.
I mean, you can target lock that. That
Well,
does
you
actually
have to,
matter,
right?
yeah. Is he not? Oh, he didn't have it on him.
He's oh yeah. So he switches with fire control to the Falcon, which I don't know. I don't know if that's right.
I don't think that's right because you're not gonna be able to shoot the Falcon this next turn.
Yeah, I'll get the shot on Corran next turn, but he does it.
Wildcats. Oh, he's shooting in the in phase.
Shooting in phase, yep.
Gonna focus for 3 hits here.
There's 3 hits. That's not bad. We got a blank over there on John's Falcon, so gonna take 2, I believe, depending on his C-3PO call. And it looks like he called it right. So 2 hits, and now all shields are down, and both Corran's more or less full health. John's missing 1 piece of hull, but
is that Corran higher than the Falcon?
No. I
think it is, man.
That's your imagination, Zach. Come on. That's not possible. I mean, it's possible, but I think it's a perfect... No, it is. Is it higher?
It is higher. That's crazy.
How many pegs these guys working with?
Probably 6.
I'm glad you guys listening are doing that. Thanks for doing that.
Who said they're listening? They probably have music on. Just turn us off. Oh, man. Good stuff. We'll see what the Falcon does. I'm smelling a 1 forward. I would want to bump.
I think I'd just blast off with the Falcon here. Just move through and just stay at range 3 and...
Yeah, we'll see.
That maneuver is not illegal.
Again, I mean, you kind of have to keep guns on Corran because his shields are just going to keep on coming back.
If you get too far away, you want to be able... The thing is, you want to be able to shoot, but you also... If you get too far away here, it's a problem.
Definitely have to get a shot every turn.
Oh, I think we had a mistake happening here. Looks like the E-Wing did a 1 turn that doesn't exist on its dial.
No way.
It was using its the Falcon dial. So that means James gets to set the maneuver of the E-Wing.
Oh, no.
And Corran is gone. We have a real tight game now, boys. Wow. Advantage just definitely changed.
How is this possible?
Oh, that's brutality.
No. Man, R2-D2 did all that work.
R2 is angry right now. And dead.
And Corran just goes back to base.
Yeah, I'm out of here, boys. Brutality.
Han, you got this one, right? Take care of this one. I'm done.
I don't know, man. Without R2 on Han, I think advantage is Corran here. James really almost having a miracle occur to just
this is a miracle.
Squarely put him back in.
This is like the Mighty Ducks of X-Wing, man. What is happening? I don't even know. And the Falcon taking a range 1 shot and getting 4 hits.
Looks like we're going to get 2 evades, has an evade token and a focus. None damage.
I can't get over this. This is unreal.
It don't get better than this.
This is unreal. How many people had turned this game off by now? I thought that once Corran went down, it was over. Friends, it is never over.
There is a lesson here. Yep.
Sometimes you pick up the wrong dial. But, I mean, let's be fair. Let's be honest here. Everybody who's flying an E-Wing should know you don't have that 1 turn. You don't got it.
Yeah. And I think it's unfortunate because John's list, like we were saying earlier, is more defensive. So he's counting on having 2 ships going into the end game because he doesn't have as much offense on either ship. Not having Gunner on Han, not having R2 on Han, he's making some serious sacrifices to hopefully have both ships at the end of the game. And that's just really unfortunate.
That's crazy, man. Wow, it doesn't get more exciting than that. There's 2 hits. You can change 1? Target lock it?
Don't do it.
Nope. Nothing.
1 evade, which is actually probably the worst.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have gunner. I thought he had gunner. It's just the same. He had an evade token. Rolled an evade, no damage.
How used to you are seeing a Falcon without gunner? I'll tell you what, not used to at all.
It's like I can't even process. If it doesn't have gunner, C-3PO, and R2, it's not even really the Falcon anymore.
What is it? It's just some kind of weird floating thing. But it can do the Kessel Run in how many parsecs? I always ask you Star Wars trivia whenever. You're supposed to be a Star Wars fan. I think you're faking it.
Faking it, yeah.
I think you're totally faking it.
The thing is, I'm just not a huge fan of the Falcon, so I've erased all those files from memory.
Falcon's going to get a shot. Corran's not going to get a shot. Exactly as we predicted coming through. He didn't have arc there, did he?
No. Who are we talking about?
No,
Corran?
he didn't.
No.
I know. There's 3 hits. Man, you got to love that. There's an evade and 2 focus. So we may be at the point here, guys, where the Falcon cannot damage Corran.
And that's the problem.
And even if it does, he heals it.
Even if he does, he heals it. It's the problem you normally run into with Fat Han, where you have to be able to get more than 3 damage in.
Would this be considered a Fat Horn list?
Fat Horn.
Can we trademark that?
Han and the Fat Horn.
Okay, so we got a little pursuit going on now. Han turns and does a little arc shift here. I think he's still going to be in, though. Ooh, that's close.
It's worth noting that the Falcon has a 1 turn. What happened there?
Hey, man, that's the way big ships move. It's like a tugboat. All right, there's the engine upgrade coming in. He's going to get out of arc. So John now really just determined to not let this mistake sink him.
Yeah, this is going to be, they're going to whittle down for a while. John really needs like an all blank.
Yeah, there's 3 hits. He's rolling the hits for success.
And just not getting it done.
But 2 evades.
Yeah, he has to come up hits when James comes up blanks on defense to really do much of anything. The right critical could also, if he can punch through the shields, could be huge, but I think it's going to be really difficult for that to happen.
All right, so Corran making a 3. I think he's going to work for a K turn here next turn. That's just my thinking.
Yeah, he didn't push.
He's not pushing the limit.
Push the
That's
limit.
A clear
so,
signal.
Which is fair. He's going to give up potentially some damage here to get in position to actually do some damage to Mr. Falcon.
He really wants to come through and just kind of line himself up for a double tap here.
And that's actually, it's going to be really hard to position the Falcon here. If he does K-turn, he's not going to get his actions. So Falcon could get in range 1 on the turn. James doesn't have focus or evade and just really lay some damage down.
Yeah, man, John's playing this well. Actually, he's playing this very well. He's sneaking up on Corran here, and man, just
needed a focus there.
Needed him there. Just needed the hits there. He gave himself a great chance there, and he is going to do it.
All right,
a K-turn.
This is really the turn where John has a chance. If he does like a 1 right bank, gets into range 1, has a target lock, can get a focus. Looks like 2 right bank actually.
Oh no! Well,
that's
fine.
great. Yeah,
that's
it's
fine,
closer.
Yeah.
2 right turn. I forget about that whole 360 thing.
Yep.
You're really hoping for range 1, target lock, Han Solo's ability, focus, and you just really need some damage.
Yep, 4, and then if we see blanks here on James's side,
yeah,
that could just really seal it. But you got to keep in mind this R2D2 math is going to be difficult coming in. This is a critical call here, critical call, and I think we'll probably get a judge on that.
Probably the most important measurement of the game, honestly. Looks like they are calling for a judge. Let's see if we can get a Tim in here.
Let's get Tim over there. Tell us, Tim. There he goes.
There he is.
All right,
unmistakable bear paws.
Yeah, there we go. He's gonna call it. I believe he calls it range 1.
And it's gonna be whatever range it is. It works both ways, right? They're both gonna get attacked. Corran maybe getting 2 shots here.
Calls it range 1. There's 1. We're gonna target lock it, and there's 4
Boom.
hits. That's what we needed.
All right,
what John needs.
Now you need some blankies.
2
evades, so he's going to
fine.
take 2. Not.
He'll take 2. That's fine.
Not bad.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Now he's probably going to recover those.
He's going to recover 1 at least.
He's going to these range 1 shots are going to be nasty. There's the target lock, picks it up.
3 hits.
3 hits.
This could go real bad for the Falcon.
And the target lock remains. 1 evade, probably called. Well, we'll see what he called. I think he's going to take 1 here. Takes 2.
Yeah. I think you call 0 there. That way
Okay.
you guarantee a 1.
Yeah, that's fair.
You call 1 when you need it.
I think we end phase here. What do you think? What? I mean, you gotta stress.
I think that's the big thing, right? Like you have the stress, but the problem is
Take the range 1 when you have it, man. I mean, that's my philosophy. That's why I'm here talking instead of playing.
yeah, I think you take it.
Yeah, there he does. He does it.
Because you have the target lock.
He does it.
And not really netting
Didn't
the
work
results
out
you
for him.
want.
Yeah, sorry, James. I
That's still fine.
called it wrong. He'll take
Looks
one.
like he's taking. Is that an evade? I thought that ending is focus.
He probably called it though. Yeah. Yeah, take one. Call it with 3PO. I mean, he called 0, right? You gotta call 0.
You gotta call 0.
So John ends up taking 1. A total of what? 3 or 4 from that exchange?
Yeah, this is not good for Mr. Falcon.
And Corran taking a move, recovering a shield. So the real question is, did John find a way to stay in range 1? And is it possible, and is it worth doing?
It's definitely
'Cause,
possible. He
I
can
mean,
do a
look
1
at
left
that.
turn right now.
But now we have actions to deal with.
The thing is, he's going to take a green 1 forward to get rid of that stress. He got a stress
Yeah.
from a critical there, I think.
Yeah, this is basically the Falcon jousting with Corran, and I just don't think that works.
It works if on the turn that James rolls blank, you roll hits, which didn't happen.
But that's kind of a dream and a rainbow, you know, because it could easily work the other direction.
It is a
as
dream
well.
and a rainbow. But dreams and rainbows are good.
Yeah.
We like those.
They lead to Corran Horn being flown off the board.
That is really the dream that got sailed away to the fiery pit of Mount Doom.
All right, so Falcon just landing 2. I mean, that's just...
Not enough.
He's going to spend his focus. May as well try to land some damage here. Could see blanks, but instead we
not
see
see
3
blanks.
evades. And,
Yeah, I mean, he had a focus and an evade there, so he was pretty safe.
Corran, green maneuver here, going to recover back to full, and then probably going to K-turn around.
And now that became a very bad exchange.
Yeah.
In
yeah,
James's favor.
This is... I think John knows how this one goes. They both are familiar with Corran.
Yeah, at this point, you just hope Corran goes right instead of left on accident. Return the favor.
Can you imagine that happen? Man.
I saw it earlier, so I can picture it very vividly.
But it happened twice. I mean, the odds of that are astronomically low.
I hear a duck chant. In the background.
How about Falcon without R2D2?
Not as good. Not as good. Not as good in the in-game, at least.
Man.
Base. He's back in base.
All right, moving back around. I think we're just watching kind of a slow burn here, guys.
Which, you know, being that the Falcon is the one burning, I'm rather enjoying this. I already saw one get blown up, seeing another one
It's
die.
usually the opposite direction, right? It's usually like the
Yeah.
fat Han
just
and
being so
chased-
annoying.
being
Yeah.
chased by like a couple of headhunters and just nothing. And instead now it's Corran.
Which is so cool. It's so cool to see Corran being used so effectively here. Really big fan.
Yeah, just really cutting off the board. And these kinds of situations remind me so much of like king versus like king pawn. You know what I mean? In chess, where
Just
it's
trying to pin him down.
you just slowly you gotta control the board from very far away, cut off angles. And I believe James is just gonna take himself right off the board here.
Now, worth noting that this game is timed. So
Oh, that's true.
John's Falcon is worth more than James's Corran. So if he can live long enough for time to get called, he's actually going to win this game. I don't think he'll play it that way, but it's certainly something that happens in tournaments and it's a thing.
Yeah, because you got to be able to seal the deal.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's part of playing the game. You got to be able to kill your opponent's ships.
that does kind of keep really turtley lists in check, where it's like if you can have one of those ships go down and then you can't even kill the opponent's ships because you're not built for offense, then yeah, you should lose. 'Cause that's not
you
what
have to have a
X-Wing's
certain
about.
amount of offense, and I think Corran push the limit can get it done. He can move fast enough. He can maneuver in such a way to get there.
Yeah, look at
and make
this.
it happen.
He's really making the maneuvers, just controlling the middle of that board. And Han's going to find himself in a world of pain.
Yeah. Yeah. Corran is pretty good at delivering on that
Yeah,
message.
I think next turn, nothing but great moves for Corran here. And, yeah, definitely. Got him cornered and probably going to get a shot here.
With a target lock and a focus. And only one die on the Falcon.
All right, Falcon, we're going to take a shot here. Looks like he's got one. Range 3. Not going to do much. But, hey, blanks are blanks, Zach. We know that.
3 dice are still only enough to eat away the shields.
We see 3 hits here. We can see 3 blanks. Going to pick it up.
And we got 2
hits. All right, that's a start. But that's not... I think he probably just takes...
No, he's taking the evade token.
That makes sense.
Push the limit, really showing its power here.
And there's a range 3 in return. Fire control system target lock. Going to reroll that dice. 2 hits on the Falcon. And he's going to call something. Probably called 1 or 0.
Oh, it's one of the 2.
Takes 1 damage.
Yeah, my misery. There we go.
And he's in phasing.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh man.
Baby.
That's going to probably do it. Yeah, blanks. That's going to be the game.
Goodness. Congrats.
Very well played by both players. Congrats to both you guys for making the top 4 and for James for making the finals.
That's a heartbreaker for John, missing that dial, man. Just trouble. Well, we've been Team Covenant. Thank you guys for watching. We got the finals coming from our store championships very soon. Keep it locked and take care.